Hello again, it's me, your very British lad, and today's the day. But also at the same time, it is not the day. Did it with solemn, a very heavy heart, I remind you. There is no snapshot today. More on that incident later, though. I wanted to kick this week's preview video off with a thank you to all of you. The support on last week's preview, it was off the charts insane. Because of that, here we are again. Let's do this. Today's preview signifies a gigantic and surprising shift in the development of 1.20. The changes in this one, they're noticeable from the start.
Oh, it's so nice. It's got that clean shadow. Oh.
Okay, it's not much, and it was added in the last preview, but, anyways. Let's officially kick things off today with our favorite dinosaur friend, the wonderful sniffer. Inside of this week's preview, the sniffer has been bug fixed a tiny bit more, but the practical joke, it still appears to be here. For those of you who know a little bit about the sniffer and how this thing actually works, then you would know that to find this thing, first off, you're gonna need to go over to the ocean. Once you've made your way over to the ocean, hopefully you brought a brush with you, you need to start brushing away the sus sand. The sniffer egg is found inside of the warm ocean ruins. But that's the thing. I actually meant to say the sniffer egg is found in the warm ocean ruins on Minecraft to Java. Because for some reason, it seems on Minecraft to Bedrock, unless I'm missing it here, the sniffer egg is still not bindable in survival Minecraft. This is the exact same case as how it was in last week's preview, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was nothing about it on the changelog. So, maybe next week? Thanks to one of you very beautiful souls, I now understand how the sniffer works on Bedrock Edition. For some reason, Minecraft's best dinosaur doesn't sniff very much on Minecraft Bedrock. From the second you drop this thing down in creative mode with the spawn egg, you got 8-minute timer. After that 8-minute timer is up, it'll begin digging, and once it digs, maybe it'll find a pitcher pot. In this preview, the pitcher pot is still not a breedable item for the sniffer. But at the same time, as of this week, the pitcher pot is leveled up even more. Not only does the hitbox of this thing like confine to it, constrict to it a little bit better, but But also, very, very beautifully, bone meal on the pitcher plant always still works. Minecraft Java players are crying worldwide over this one. Look at this thing, it's so much cyan dye so quickly. I'm literally crying, I told you. Now, yes, it is true that Java players do have that edge still. You get 2 cyan dye per 1 pitcher plant, but really, it still doesn't even matter. You just bone meal this thing all day long. Look, all I can say is this thing better come to Minecraft Java if this functionality is staying. It's too good. This flower is way too beautiful and that mechanic is way too nice for it not to. And speaking of Minecraft Java, let's talk a little bit about the snapshot that did not exist today. Minecraft Snapshot 23W14A is still the most recent Java snapshot. What's going on? Well, friends, remember the last week Slice Slime announced that there will not be a snapshot last week, and instead this week's snapshot will happen tomorrow. And even more excitedly, lads, I've been watching the bug tracker and even more bugs have been fixed, as recent as an hour ago. It looks like some of the bugs that will be fixed in tomorrow's snapshot are actually pretty old as well. But more on that tomorrow in the snapshot video. Subs they don't miss. Our next stop of the day today has us take a look at the suspicious blocks. The sus sand block, the sus gravel block. The sounds of these blocks have been changed, specifically when you brush them and break them. It's like the correct, breaking sound. Now, directly related to archaeology and all of this stuff, the trail ruin structure generation, it seems to still be completely busted over on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. This part of the structure, when I first saw it, I was like, hey, maybe they fixed it or something. But no, sure enough, the trail ruin structure, meant to be buried or whatever, is still fully submerged. Submerged in air. I meant to say, yeah. This is something that particularly fascinates me because as Minecraft 1.20 development goes on, and week after week this isn't changed, it makes me wonder more and more, which is the correct version? In this week's preview, the beautiful hanging sign and the plain old classic sign, they've both gotten updates. Now really, compared to Minecraft Java Edition, these are just parody updates, but they are still updates. So you know how you could wax a sign in this update? Well, if it's waxed and you try and interact with it so you can edit it or something, it's gonna sound like squishy now. And still, if you try and interact with a waxed sign, nothing is going to happen. You cannot change it. Front side or back side. And the same exact thing is gonna go for that brand new, expensive, luxurious hanging sign as well. Source, just trust me, bro. So far, all of that is great and all, but perhaps the most groundbreaking change found inside of this week's preview is actually not inside of the world at all. It's in the menus. Inside of this wonderful create a world screen, if we go ahead and take a look at stuff, it all looks the same until we get to experiments. Oh my gosh, it's missing. The experimental toggle is gone. Every 1.20 feature has allegedly been deleted. It could be that, or it could be the fact that 1.20 just got insanely closer. So as of this preview, when you create a world, every single 1.20 feature, including the brand new recent beautiful banner shields, they're going to just be included in your world. The only thing that will not automatically be included in your world here is short sneaking. You still have to turn that on. Now look, I'm not saying that the 1.20 features don't feel high quality, finished, and polished, and I'm definitely not saying that I'm not excited for 1.20, but I am very surprised by this. At least to me, it definitely still feels like a lot of the features in 1.20, especially over here on Bedrock Edition, no offense, need a little bit more polish. And it's not that that won't happen, because it definitely will. Over the course of the next few months, leading up to the full release of Minecraft 1.20, the features in the update will definitely continue to be updated, polished, changed, and adjusted. Instead, one of the big things that this all means is that in between now and the release of 1.20, there will not be another update. We do have 1.19.80, which is fully finished, to drop next week, but after that, it's all 1.20. With this single toggle removal, we're now way closer to 1.20 than we were, even last week. If you're Bedrock gang, which I assume you are, you may be familiar with Bedrock development cycles. A minor Bedrock update cycle typically lasts about a month, maybe a month and a half or two at longest. That's not necessarily always the case for these big updates though. Taking a look back at Bedrock 1.19, the very first 1.19 preview was 1.19.0.20. Our very first official 1.19 preview that actually dropped a little bit earlier than the first 1.20 one did. That development cycle that began April 6 last year, it ended up playing out over about 2 months' time. 1.19 dropped right in the beginning of June. What this means for us today is that with that Trails and Tales development cycle gone, done, or deleted, it's all Trails and Tales from here, lads. It's time we get a little bit deep and dark because sculk things, they've changed a lot in this preview. First off, when I step on that, oh my gosh, it's loud. Second off, if I put this in the water and step on it, it screams. You can see from the particles right there, but it's silent. As of this week, over at Minecraft Bedrock, if you waterlog a sculk shrieker and then set it off, it'll shriek still, but it'll be silent. You won't hear it. This was a change added a couple weeks ago over at Minecraft to Java, and oh, this is so dangerous for a trap. You set this up the right way, and you will have wardens popping into your world, like, silently. You're evil. Another Java parity change has to do with powering of blocks. When the sculk sensor signal is set off, it will actually strong power the block below it now. That all means you can hook a redstone line right up to the block below the sculk sensor and pull a signal out of it, just like that. For secret and potentially evil sculk traps, this is a pretty big one. So recently, I was messing around on Minecraft Bedrock with this calibrated sculk sensor, testing some parity stuff out, trying to design machines, you know how it goes. When I was messing around with this thing, I realized that it was significantly different. Keyword was. For starters, check this thing out. It's like rapid fire. Watch how often this thing is detecting vibrations. It's like essentially non-stop. The cooldown on this calibrated sculk sensor is 1 second. The cooldown on the normal sculk sensor, it is actually 2 seconds. As you can see there, that's way slower. Detection ranges, let's talk about that. That's going to be 8 blocks with the plain old sculk sensor. With the calibrated sculk sensor, the detection radius is doubled. This thing is twice as good. 16 blocks, that's insane. This is so far. Also, the whole signal output to the block below it, it is going to be a full strong signal, just like with its plain old less good brother here. So far, what we've gathered here is the calibrated sculk sensor is like a million times better. If you're building anything with a sculk sensor, add some amethyst to it. This is a no-brainer. Next up, when it comes to actually calibrating this thing, so you don't hear certain vibrations, you know? We have a lot of parity updates too. And even more so, actually, when it comes to the specific vibration detections, we have even more parity changes as well. At long last, as of this week's preview, vibrations have been redone on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. All of these new totals are right here. Essentially, what's going on here is we have a simplification of the vibration system to make way for the calibrated sculk sensor. Another difference that wasn't included in the changelog, but I noticed right away over here at Minecraft Bedrock is the texture of this thing. The texture of the calibrated sculk sensor, that amethyst thing, it looks to be a whole lot brighter on Minecraft Bedrock. I think this thing looks way better over here. I'm jealous. Alright, so next up, it's time to die. Oh my gosh, look at this beautiful death screen. It looks so good. Sliding over, diving deep into the settings of our game, let's go ahead and turn on show coordinates. Now, my friends, let's go ahead and do it all again. If we go ahead and fall, take a lot of damage and die, unfortunately. Wait. I was expecting more. Really? That's it? Alright, so what are the other big things inside of this week's preview beta? This coordinates popping up on that death screen if you have show coordinates turned on, and I guess they're just gonna show up in that top corner, which, I mean, it's cool, but I kind of expected them to pop up somewhere, like down here or something. In last week's wonderfully gigantic 1.20 preview, banner shields were added to the game. In the follow-up video that I dropped to last week's preview, I discovered a strange banner bug, and haha, look at this, it is still here. Some of the banners get absolutely flipped when you put them on a shield. This banner is the banner that I just put on the shield, and sure enough, it is not the same at all. It's been completely changed. Over to that one, actually. To wrap up today's video, friends, I would like to head over to the legend himself, Dark Gamer. After I made the graphic update video, UI video, that you should check out if you haven't seen it quite yet, there are even more screenshots right here. I talked about this in a short really quick, but yeah, look at this thing. This just looks so beautiful. It might come in 1.20. Also, kind of related to that one, the edit world screen. Like, when you're in a world and you go to edit it, it actually has been revamped as well, but it's just not in the game yet for some reason. Minecraft preview 1.20.0.21. When do you think 1.20 is going to drop? Call the release date down below. If I should keep making preview videos, smash like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you tomorrow with a big snapshot. Goodbye.